What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. Today we're talking about this.
This time next week, UFO whistleblower David Grusch will be joined by a bipartisan group of lawmakers on the steps of the U.S. Capitol for what could be a pivotal step in the push for transparency around UFOs. Grusch plans to discuss specific UFO evidence that he encountered during his time as an intelligence officer and why these records should be publicly released now.
All right, Vetters, please hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, y'all. All right, so what's today's video about? Well, it's about three things. The first one I just teased at the very beginning there, and that is UFO whistleblower David Grusch, who testified before Congress in July of 2023, is holding a special event on June 9th, just days away in Washington, D.C. I've got all the details on that. The second thing, Jay Stratton, who's considered to be the top official, to ever study UFOs in the U.S. government, is releasing a brand new memoir being managed by Dan Farah, who is the director of the Age of Disclosure documentary that just came out. And Jay Stratton is also featured in that documentary. So I've got all the details on his brand new memoir. And an interesting connection between David Grusch and Jay Stratton that no one is talking about but me, and why. Right? So wait till you hear that news. Now, the third thing I want to talk about, PSIONICS, the minds that summon UFOs. And that's a brand new documentary that I filmed over last summer, basically about 4 months. And guess what? I've been teasing it on the channel for a long time. Released a trailer back in December. And this Friday, June 5th in the evening, we will finally be unveiling it to the public. So if you go to psionics.film, www.psionics.film, put a link in the description, you can watch the film this Friday, finally. We finally have it ready. I'm so excited to present this to the world. We've been working really hard on this. And not only do you, when you purchase the film, starting Friday, you don't just get the film. You get over 2 hours of extra footage. This totally sounds like an infomercial or something. It's not, I promise. This is my project, blood, sweat, and tears. I worked a really, really long time with a great team to put this film together. I would describe it as a very 1990s BBC style documentary. It's very different than any other UFO documentaries that are out there. It's raw, right? It follows my journey looking into psionics, which is the ability to summon UFOs with your mind. And again, I spent months filming this across the entire United States, from Miami all the way up to Utah, to the Mojave Desert, even filmed in Spain, in Europe. It's a lot. It was a big project to bring together. And you follow my journey investigating this with a lot of different people. So I'm really excited to present that again this Friday, June 5th. It will be available. You can go to the website right now and check out more information about it. And you can also sign up to be notified when the film is ready on Friday, right? But again, really excited to present this film. And I want to give a special shout out to Glenn Barden and Sebastian Sauerborn. Glenn was the director of the film, and I'm really excited to present his vision with me filming it and presenting, and then Sebastian Sauerborn, who executive produced the film. And I also want to give a special shout out to our associate producers who helped with a little bit of funding for the film, Paul Rydell and Santiago Glazer. So just really excited that they were able to support the film. And again, I'm really excited to present it on June 5th, this Friday. Finally, after all this time, it will be available with 2 hours of extra footage on top of that. So when you buy the film, you also get that. And again, I'm not going to stop talking about this. I'm going to be talking about this for a while now, and most of my videos that will be coming out. So I'll have more information, but I just wanted to let you know. And just to kind of keep the excitement going, let's take a look at the trailer for my new documentary. For years, mankind has explored hidden powers of the mind. Most dismissed it as science fiction.
It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what we're doing believing in all this nonsense over all these years.
But what if they were wrong? What if you could summon UFOs? With your mind. What if you had the power inside of you? All this time, would you try it? Would you be afraid? Or would you just go for it?
Because these are going nuts.
They're going off.
And you interact with them, you form a bond. Oh no, you can't record any of this.
Turn it off for a second.
Controversial, huh? That's my middle name.
It's like it turned on and got brighter for 1 second.
Yeah.
I know there's aliens inside there.
Did you see that, Patrick? Oh my God.
Did you hear that? Something was in the bushes right behind you, dude.
I'm ready to see something. If you're willing to show it to me, I'm open. I just want to see what you are. And I look up, and there are these orange lights that are just drifting above the tree line.
I just don't even know what I'm doing with my life. So again, June 5th, psionics.film. Link in the description. Wow. Can't wait to hear what people say. All right, let's move on.
This time next week, UFO whistleblower David Grusch will be joined by a bipartisan group of lawmakers on the steps of the U.S. Capitol for what could be a pivotal step in the push for transparency around UFOs. Grusch plans to discuss specific UFO evidence that he encountered during his time as an intelligence officer and why these records should be publicly released now.
So David Grusch has a brand new event, again, June 9th, okay? And it's not just him, right? There's a lot more details here. James Fox tweeted this out recently. I'm extremely excited to announce something today that I've been quietly working on with Leslie Kean, Representative Eric Burleson, Representative Luna, Representative Moskowitz, and others for an unprecedented direct plea to POTUS, President Trump, regarding specific files as well as other UAP disclosure-related legislation. Push for UAP UFO transparency intensifies as members of Congress and whistleblowers call for release of groundbreaking, conclusive files. And then he's included a link to an AP news article. Everyone was all so excited. Oh my God, the AP put it out. This is serious, right? This is serious. And I agree, this is really cool. I'm excited to see what happens here. But just to clarify, this AP article is a paid promotion. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But I mean, just to be clear here, AP had nothing to do with it. They paid AP to put this out. And here are some more details. Amid surging global interest, an unprecedented gathering of senior government officials and civilians will make a direct plea to the president to declassify specific files and for Congress to pass disclosure-related legislation. As a defining moment in the escalating effort for full disclosure on UAPs, a bipartisan group of high-level officials and civilians will convene on the steps of the U.S. Capitol on Tuesday, June 9th at 1 p.m. to issue a call to action on behalf of the American people. UAP whistleblower David Grusch, a highly credentialed former intelligence officer who has testified under oath before Congress, will discuss specific UAP and non-human intelligence-related evidence he encountered in deeply classified channels. Grusch will explain why these records should now be reviewed and publicly released consistent with legitimate national security protections. Quote, President Trump now has an historic opportunity. This press conference is about moving from testimony to action. Let the American people judge the facts for themselves, end quote, said Grusch. This unique press event comes amid an initial declassification directive by President Trump issued in May. As a result, more than 1 billion users worldwide have accessed a government website featuring newly released records, evidence that the issue has reached a tipping point. The event will feature remarks from Representative Eric Burleson, Representative Jared Moskowitz, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, Representative Tim Burchett, with additional participants to be announced. It will be hosted by investigative journalist Leslie Kean and documentary filmmaker James Fox. Quote, President Trump is the first president to take concrete steps toward transparency on UAP. The recent releases are an important start. So now it's the obligation of Congress to make sure career intelligence officials don't obstruct his directive in order to prevent selective disclosure or another dead end, Representative Burleson says. Congressional representatives are expected to rally around passage of the UAP Disclosure Act, a formal path towards full transparency, strengthening whistleblower protections, and a call for foreign governments to join the effort. Quote, the public deserves real answers. Congress deserves access, and reality should not be classified, said James Fox. If our requests are fulfilled, this could change the course of history. All right, so look, I'm excited about this. This is cool. Let's go. Anything to push for conclusive evidence, as they're calling for, to be released, I'm all for it. You know, to be honest, and I think some of y'all feel the exact same way, which is why you're fans of the channel. I go back and forth on this. Some days I wake up and I'm just like, this is all goddamn bullshit. You know what I mean? Just like, what am I doing with my life? Right. And then other days I'm excited to think that this possibility could be true, and not only could be true, but could be revealed to be true. Right. Which are two different things. And I'm excited, you know, so I'm really happy that there are people out there who put in the legwork, right, to try to make something happen. And whatever comes out, right? You know, we can armchair all day long, right? Just sitting in our homes, criticizing, bitching about shit, which I do often myself. But at the end of the day, there are people literally doing the work out there. So I can respect that and I can appreciate that, which, you know, not to beat a dead horse, but that's why I made my documentary. PSIONICS is coming out this Friday, June 5th. PSIONICS.film. Is because, you know, I could sit around and just kind of complain about, oh, people are summoning orbs and UFOs. Okay, that's bullshit. You know what? Let me get out there and see what's up myself, right? And it gave me a completely new perspective, which you'll get to see in the film when it comes out this Friday. So again, I can appreciate a boots on the ground effort to try to bring something out that these people believe in, and myself included. I want it to be real so bad, right? What's my motto on the channel? I want to believe, not be deceived. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, very excited for this event. Tuesday, June 9th. You know, if I can live stream it, I will. So stay tuned to the channel. I'll let you know if that's possible. But either way, I'll be covering it. Now, moving on to Jay Stratton, who was featured in the Age of Disclosure documentary.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
And who's been featured on Skinwalker Ranch. You've seen him in, you know, interviews on Weaponized with Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. He is considered to be the highest U.S. official, okay, to ever study UAP, UFOs for the government. And he has a brand new memoir coming out this fall. So let's get into the details. I'm excited to announce my memoir, Out of the Shadows, will be published by HarperCollins in North America on October 13th, 2026. In the book, I break my silence to reveal everything I legally can about my investigations of UAP and non-human intelligent life on behalf of the U.S. government and the profound impact my work had on me and my family. We are at a turning point in human history, and I'm proud to play a role in opening the public's eyes to the truth and bringing about long overdue disclosure. And side note, they are developing a TV series based on this book because apparently it's written kind of in like a political thriller sort of a way. And Dan Farah, again, the director of Age of Disclosure, is sort of producing, this show that'll be coming out. Where and when, I have no idea. But just so you know, the book is being turned into a TV series. And look, this book has been getting a lot of attention. And it's even been featured here in Entertainment Weekly. Former senior U.S. official Jay Stratton to reveal the truth about non-human intelligent life in Bombshell memoir. And if you look down there at the bottom, you can see Jay Stratton with Dan Farah there in the back out of focus. And then on the other side, Representative Eric Burleson, which brings me to the point that I brought up earlier in the video, which was something that I'm the only one talking about, which is a connection between David Grusch and Jay Stratton and Representative Eric Burleson. So what am I talking about, right? That's what you're probably asking. Well, what if I were to tell you that David Grusch told Representative Eric Burleson that Jay Stratton doesn't even need to testify about his UFO stuff? It's not really a priority. Would that make any sense to you? I made a video last August. I'm going to put a link in the description too. And it's basically explaining how Jay Stratton should be testifying before Congress, right? I mean, look at all the details about his Bombshell memoir, right? The most senior U.S. official to study UFOs, and he doesn't need to testify? Does that make any sense? Here's a clip from that video that, again, I'll put a link in the description for, where Representative Eric Burleson was asked in an X space, hey, what about Jay Stratton?
Hey, Eric, how's it going, man? I had just two questions for you, really. Have you and the task force, have y'all spoken to Jay Stratton at all since it was put together?
No, we have not.
Have y'all wanted to look into, since he's Lou's boss and everything, have y'all at least inquired about it?
Is there a reason why you haven't specifically looked at Jay Stratton? Has he just not come across your desk, or is there any mention of him at all?
Yes. I mean, his name has come up multiple times. It's not one of the ones that Grusch seems to see as a high profile or somebody that is a priority.
Not a priority. What? Exactly, Patrick. Not a priority. I mean, what? Again, I'll put a link in the description. You can watch that full video because there's a lot more in there. And it might piss you off, to be honest with you. Because Jay Stratton should absolutely be testifying. We're being told he's this, again, the most senior U.S. official. He's just like the guy you would want to testify. If there was one guy you want to testify, like Grusch, it would be Jay Stratton. But then Grusch advises Eric Burleson, he's not really a priority. This doesn't make any sense. Because remember, David Grusch has been serving as an advisor to Representative Eric Burleson. And so it was interesting to see Eric Burleson with Jay Stratton in that picture that's floating around, right? Especially in that Entertainment Weekly. I mean, what's going on here? Something's not adding up there. And I find that quite unusual. And I would hope that someone could ask David Grusch, why is Jay Stratton not a priority to testify, right? He can release a book, but he can't testify, and will change the course of history. I mean, does that make any sense at all? I am so confused on that. All right, betters, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to check out PSIONICS on Friday, June 5th in the evening. Go check out the website, psionics.film, link in the description. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Remember about us. Every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.